Alright, welcome back. Got a half hour of work in today. That's all I'm capable of doing. I just ran out of shade under my oak tree, so time to quit. Been mostly looking at it and on the phone all day with wildlife and fisheries. Anyway, it's a mini tugboat project. This is my cypress, very old cypress. I'm beginning to make my keel, piece it together while the sun's on my benefit. I can see the crack where I gotta do my trimming to fit, to get better placement, to get a good bond. I'm a little high right here, but I can always build up some glass on the boat. I'm gonna have another piece that's gonna be cut and inlaid for this curve to meet the front. Now, probably what I'm gonna do, add 3 to 4 inches of keel right here, feather it in, and I'm gonna cut it back to probably 3 inches. I'm gonna make it a level line instead of following the curve of the hull. From wherever I stop here, I'm assuming it's to be about 4 inches. I'm gonna shoot a line and probably take 3 or 4 inches off the rear to where I'm gonna have a strake about this tall in the rear, maybe 4 or 5 inches tall. Now I better fill the hole in. Doesn't seem like a lot of progress. Yesterday I didn't do nothing. Yesterday, day before, I done a half hour grinding on this very thick gel coat, and I did find some flaws in the hull. See those deep pits I dug out? This section right here was uncured fiberglass. From whenever the boat was built, it was still soft and uncured. And right here was just a big air bubble. I found lots of air bubbles, so they've done a great job with the gel coat making this boat look pretty. But an initial this must be a hand laid hull. They didn't do a very good job with the hand laid hull, but it's about 3/8 thick solid fiberglass. So those little few discrepancies is not gonna hurt anything structurally. There's some spots I'm gonna have to grind out a little deeper. I ground over 1/4 inch deep right here to try to get rid of that. Yeah, that's what I got going on. Making the keel, the cypress keel. It's a 1 inch thick cypress board. Actually, it's about 1 1/8 thick cypress board. This came off my father's house. Was built in 1907 by his grandfather. This was part of the original framing underneath the siding. When they built the house, they bought used cypress. So this cypress is probably from the late 1800s. It's still beautiful wood, great shape. I'm piecing it together. I didn't have a piece long enough to do a one piece, so it's going to be a 3-piece keel, but once it's glassed in, it's going to be solid. My front piece, probably going to use this one, maybe. Still a good, pretty cypress board. It does have a lot of nail holes in it, and it does have worm tunnels. This is what's called pecky cypress, but I mean the glass is going to fill it and reinforce it. And I do have a very good, it's a 1x8, yeah, 1x8 by 9.5 foot cypress board, just in case that one doesn't work out. But yeah, still got to grind some more gel coat on this half of the hull. I'm grinding a flat spot in the keel because it helps this lay up good. Yeah, cypress keel's coming along. I mostly need it for a strake, just so the boat can track straight. And no matter what, I have to close up that hole for the trunk anyway. The 1 1/8 board fits perfect in the front. I probably don't have to close that front section. I probably don't have to close that up, but this big gap, I'm gonna have to fill that in. Originally, I was gonna make a fiberglass patch that fits in there first, and then put the cypress on top. But I think I'm gonna do it this way because it allows my cypress keel to go into the hull, which it really doesn't matter. It's all gonna be glass and solid. And right here it goes in about 3 inches deep, 3 to 4 inches deep on this section. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I said it's gonna be a mini tugboat. It's gonna be a mini tugboat. I do have some discrepancies with the paperwork. Working that out with Wildlife and Fisheries. The boat was registered in Maine, so I had to call Maine Wildlife and Fisheries. I'm down here in Louisiana. Maine was able to supply me with all the information and the previous registration. I got a certified letter, had to pay for it. That's the only way Wildlife and Fisheries was accept the registration application. The discrepancy I'm having is the partial hen number the HIN number on the hull, part of it's missing. All right. And whenever I bought the boat, the guy said yes, he knew the HIN number. He had it written down on a little post-it note somewhere. So we went to the notary. I picked up the boat, went to the notary, and we put the HIN number he had written down for this boat. And that's what we put on the bill of sale. Well, now that I got the registration from Maine, it's not the correct HIN number. So Wildlife and Fisheries won't accept the bill of sale with the HIN number because it doesn't match, and the HIN number that he provided, it doesn't show up in the system as it's never been registered. The HIN number he provided, the HIN number that's on here, part of it's missing. So the HIN number on the registration, the last 6 digits are a match, but the first couple of digits don't match. So I have to go through what's called an affidavit court order process to use the HIN number from Maine, or there's a couple other routes I can go, but that's probably my best route, but it takes time for that route. So in the meantime, we're going to continue to build. No matter what, I'm going to get papers on here. If I don't get papers on here, once the hull's built, I'm going to use this for a plug, make a mold. I'll make my own hull. A little more costly, but if that's the route I got to go, to where none of my time is wasted on here, that's the route I'm going to go. I always want to make my own mold anyway. I do have a little boat mold right there flipped over in the grass. That's a 15x3 flat bottom with a lot of flare, like a Lafitte skiff. Beautiful boat. That's a one-day project. This may turn into just a plug for a mold, but we're going to continue on. We're going to finish the keel. We're going to add some ballast, and we're going to go test ride the little outboard, which I'm sure it's going to ride very well. So I'll see y'all on the next one. Don't know when it's going to be, but I'll see y'all on it. Thank you.